Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy DY the Trucker right here, man. Coming at you live and in effect, man. Before I start, I want to thank you for, taking the time out your day to check your boy out, man. Could have been anywhere in the world. I appreciate that, man, truly and sincerely. Uh, I want to make this video. I know I made a recent video about, just informing y'all that I was quitting. I was getting ready to quit Stevens tanker division. And so this video is going to be as to why. All the reasons why I quit. Now, before I start, I want to remind y'all, I was down there for almost 2 months. Almost 2 months. I was at Stevens Tanker out there in the oil field. I made $1,000 twice while I was down there. 1 week I had it was a little over 1,000, it was like 1040, and next week it was like 1,400, right? And I was down there for almost 2 months. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it G real with you. All the other weeks, $900 check, it was cool. $600, $700, $200 checks. Now the $200 checks, I know one of them was because of the time that I went home and came back. And I think the other one, I forget about the other one, but you get the picture. Is it money out there? Yeah, it's money out there. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say you can't make $1,500 like they advertise, because they advertise $1,500, $1,800 a week. It's money out there. But like I said, I've only seen $1,000. I only saw $1,000 2 times while I was out there. It's a fact. You know, I ain't sugarcoating it. I'm not being biased. I'm not finna sit here and trash them. I'm just finna give y'all my honest experience on what happened. So let's get into it. That's too much talking. So, on another video, I told y'all how in my first month there, I was in 3 different trucks. And the first truck was a Peterbilt. It was trash. It was a piece of shit. It had transmission problems on it, AC problems, a few other cruise control didn't work. Wasn't getting any power when I drove. A few other problems was wrong with it, and not only that, but when I got in the motherfucking truck, it was dirty. You know, mud all over the damn floor and shit, like just dirty shit. Like they didn't even take the they don't even clean their fucking truck. They don't. This is just real. They don't clean their trucks when somebody gets out of it. Like they don't take the time out to clean the inside of their truck before they pass it on to the next person. When somebody quits or somebody gets out of the truck, they don't do that shit. They don't expect it. None of that shit. They just pass it on to the next person. Not supposed to do shit like that. You're supposed to at least expect it, you know, make sure all the bells and whistles working, and make sure that motherfucker clean for the next person. You know, nobody wants to get in somebody else's bullshit, like somebody else's dirt. Like, what the fuck type of shit is that? But anyway, I was dealing with that shit, and I ended up telling the DM at the time, who was over the trainees, I told him, hey man, when I go home, I ain't coming back. I had some home time. I had home time coming up we all had home time like around pretty much around the same time, everybody in my orientation class. And I told him, man, I'm not coming back because, you know, I'm telling you, this truck is a piece of shit, and I don't have the good enough equipment. You know, my equipment ain't no good, and you know, you just telling me, well, this is what he told me. Word is bond. Verbatim, he said, your best bet is to just keep running, because if you sit around and wait for a new truck, you're not going to be making any money. And we don't have this and that and the third, and we don't have enough trucks, blah, blah, blah. All right, motherfucker. All right. Peace. What happened, a guy who I was in orientation with, my other coworkers, he ended up getting a new Kentworth. I'm like, now how you do that? Oh man, you gotta stay on them, man. You gotta stay on them. You gotta stay on them. Why the fuck I gotta stay on them for? Like, for what? Like, the fuck? I'm the motherfucker. I'm the driver. Like, I am this company. I'm the backbone of this shit. Shouldn't have to stay on y'all. If I tell you that this truck is a piece of shit, it ain't clean, and this and that and the third is going on with it, motherfucker, you should do your best and get me at least get my truck worked on and get me compensated for breakdown pay, or shit, get me in a new truck. You don't do that. Oh, you gotta stay on them. So I called the lady who was over. She was helping with the trainees. Like, she did like the wellness checks every day on the trainees. And excuse me, I told her, like, hey, look, I don't mind doing this job, but I need better equipment. I need better equipment, man. She said, okay, well, go down to Stockdale, talk to so and so, and he'll get you in a different truck. So I said, okay, I'm gonna go down here to Stockdale. I'm gonna see what they got, and if they don't have nothing that I like, I'm dipping on their ass. Fuck all that. I'm not going through this shit. So I was able to get into a newer Kentworth, and that Kentworth was cool for the clean. It was decent as far as being clean on the inside. The cruise control didn't work on that one, but outside of that, it was cool. So what ended up happening with that one was the power steering started fucking up, and I took it up to the Asherton yard, and they did something with it, and it ended up being worse than it was. Like, I had to fight the steering wheel, put all my damn body weight into turning the damn steering wheel. So they give me a tow, long story long. Told me all the way out there to San Antonio. At the shop, it's a dealership out in San Antonio. Okay, so now I'm in a hotel. My DM calls me. Hey, we got a brand new truck, brand new Kentworth at Stockdale. You want it? Yeah. They give me money to go pick up. They give me money for a cab. So go to Stockdale and get that truck. I get the truck. It needed an update. So the dash wasn't working. The windows wouldn't roll down. The air conditioning, all that shit wasn't working, and the windshield wipers didn't work, blinkers didn't work, none of that shit worked because it needed an update on it. So I had to drive that motherfucking truck from Stockdale and take that one to the dealership, and I kept that one because it was way cleaner. It was the fucking cleanest. It was the cleanest truck I had since I've been there. So I kept that one. I was in a hotel for like a week. Now, breakdown pay is $75 a day. That was bullshit, but I got in touch with somebody, and he had actually called me and was like, yeah, look, I'm going to compensate you more for being out there. It's not your fault, which was cool. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? All right, that's how it's supposed to be, because y'all know good and goddamn well, y'all trucks, all y'all trucks breaking down, and all these people up here at this fucking hotel, like, nah, 75. You're gonna have to come off a bit more than $75. So I wait. I get the truck, put all my shit in it. I get the moving. I said, okay, look, I've been down for a month. I've been here for a month. Had 3 different trucks, and I'm still trying to figure this shit out. So on one hand, I have these things that are out of my control. And on the other hand, I'm trying to figure out how to move with this clock and all this other shit. So I'm going to see about this. I'm going to give this shit a few more weeks and see, what this money really looking like. I gave it a few more weeks, and I made a couple good checks, made a couple good checks. All right. So Today is Thursday. So Tuesday. Now take it back to last Tuesday, Wednesday. I had a load. I did a load, and I drove up to Houston, truck stop in Houston, expecting to get a load. And I called for a load, and they was like, well, we don't have anything right now, but more than likely your next load will be out of Conroe, which is just north of Houston. So, okay, so I just drove up there to Houston. So Wednesday go by, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, no load. They pay standby pay. That's $75 a day. Now, I'm trying to call my DM, like, hey, man, inform him, like, hey, $75 a day not going to cut it. I'm missing out on $350 a day because the loads that I was doing, they were the highest paying loads that they had, and they paid $350 going from South Texas, Carrizo Springs to Houston and back. That's 700 something miles a day, which if you think about it, you're really getting fucked because you're doing a 700-mile round trip, you only getting $350 for it. You see what I'm saying? That's bullshit. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But I'm trying to get in touch with my DM, and hey, can y'all bump that standby pay up more? Cause this ain't that $75. It's not gonna cut it. I couldn't get in touch with my DM all week. So they end up dispatching me a load to go to a shipper in Conroe. I go to that shipper in Conroe, and I get there, and the people tell me, yeah, Stevens reached their limit on 40/70 for the day. That y'all reached their limit. It's in a contract. So, you have to come back at midnight. The fuck? Fuck you, man, I gotta come back at midnight. They just sent me up here. He like, yeah, I know. I don't know why they doing that shit, because they know. But they sending y'all up here wasting y'all time. So you right. You right. They're all wasting our time. So I gets on the phone with dispatch, and the guy who was supposed to be my DM, he answers the phone. I come to find out he's in dispatch. I'm like, hey man, I've been calling you all week, man. What's up? What's going on? Oh yeah, man, I'm over in dispatch, man. Your new DM is so and so, so and so. I'm like, who the fuck is that? I don't know who that is. Nobody ever reached out to me and told me anything. I've been sitting at the damn Loves. The Loves on exit 723 on I-10. I was sitting at that damn Loves at this. No, it's not a Loves, it's a Pilot. It's a Pilot. I've been sitting at this damn truck stop for a fucking week. Nobody reached out to me and told me I had a new DM. Nobody. Oh yeah. I'm gonna write a note. I'm gonna write a note for him. This and then the third. Let him know that you need to talk to him. And but then first I asked him about the actual load. I'm like, yeah, I'm up here, and they tell me that I can't get the sand because they reached their limit. All right, well, we're gonna have to put you on standby until tomorrow. Really? And pay me another $75? Matter of fact, let's take it back a few more days before that. A guy called from Stevens, and he did a wellness check on me. And I'm like, hey, y'all paying $75 a day, and for me sitting here, but that's not gonna cut it, man. I'm missing out on $350. Yeah, well, something's better than nothing. They're not gonna increase it. You blah blah blah. Oh, okay. So you gonna put me on standby pay for another day after you dispatched me and told me to go pick up the sand. I can't get the damn sand, and now you gonna pay me $75 again? And on top of that, I have a new DM and didn't even know this motherfucker existed. Okay. So Uh, as I'm on the phone with the dispatcher, the guy who was supposed to be my DM, he making notes and then he said something about, man, I'm hungry, man. And he started talking to somebody about a sandwich or going on a diet or something. And I'm still on the phone with him, right? Next thing I know, he hung up. He hangs up the phone. Oh, really? Fuck it, I'm done with them. I'm done with y'all ass. I'm done. I say, cause it's that's not it's not just that particular incident that, you know, pushed me up. Well, that pushed me over the edge, but that communication shit, it happens. It happened all the fucking time. I need to get in touch with dispatch on something. Phone will ring, 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 ring. Nobody pick up. Or the phone will ring, you leave a message, but nobody calls back. You know what I'm saying? Or I leave a message for my DM and I have to call him back. Type shit. Like, that shit was fucking nerve wracking, man. Straight up, it was nerve wracking. For real. Cause it's like, why is nobody here? Or the phone will ring about 20 times. Somebody will pick it up and say, dispatch, please hold. And put you on hold for another 5 minutes. Shit like that. I'm telling y'all, I'm not telling y'all this to steer y'all away from what y'all want to do. I'm just telling y'all my personal experience. This shit actually happened, man. I was there for almost 2 months. I started October 15th. Today's the 13th. No, today's the 13th, 14th. Whichever one. Whichever one. I was there for almost 2 months, man. I'm telling y'all, this shit actually happened. Matter of fact, I know I'm kind of going off on a side conversation, but when I was sitting at the staging pad one time, was my trainer, myself, my trainer, and another trainee that he had. We sat at the staging pad for 45 hours, only got paid for 28 hours. The reason why was because the way that they do their detention time. You sit there for 4 hours, and then in the first 4 hours are free. And then they pay you $12 an hour. And if you sit there and it's like within a 24-hour period, you can only get like 14 hours, 14 hours within a 24-hour period or something like that. And that's bullshit. Like, we sat there at the staging pad for 45 hours, bro. Damn near 2 whole days. Damn near 2 whole days. Just sat there. Lived on a fucking staging pad for damn near 2 days. Only was paid 28 hours, man. Seriously. This shit actually happened, man. And that's bullshit. That's straight up bullshit. But to get back to what I was talking about, so I found the DM list and I looked up the guy who was supposed to be my new DM. And I called him. I'm like, hey man, I'm done. I'm done, man. I need a bus ticket. This motherfucker. Now I can't get mad at him. But he asked me, he said, why are you, what's wrong? Why are you quitting? I'm like, look, I just told him short answer, like, man, I don't like this. I don't like it. Or, well, what is it? I don't like it. I need a bus ticket home tomorrow. Well, the way we do the bus tickets is, this and that and the third and blah, blah, blah. So you'll have to find your own way home. Have to find my own way home? He's like, yeah. But then this is what he said. He said, you have to take the truck to Stockdale and then find your own way home. I'm like, now, excuse me, in Stockdale, if anybody know anything about Stockdale, Texas, there's no Ubers that come out there. There's no taxi cabs that come out there. None of that shit. So you tell me I have to park the truck in Stockdale, Texas, which is 40 miles away from San Antonio, where the airport is at, and find my way home? And I said, well, Why can't I just take it up to Dallas? Oh, well, they don't want those deadhead miles, and you wasting fuel and blah blah blah. I'm saying, what's the difference between me take just deadheading to Dallas, where the terminal is at, and deadheading that where they want your deadhead to Stockdale so they can give it to the next student? I'm like, shit. When I was in orientation, you had a few guys who, in my orientation, who picked their trucks up at Dallas, at the Dallas terminal. Yeah, but they don't want you doing that. They want you going down to Stockdale. So I had to drive this motherfucker down to Stockdale and find my way home. He's like, yeah. Okay. Now I ain't gonna lie, I was getting ready to drive that motherfucker to Dallas. Order my plane ticket out of Dallas. Drive up to the Loves outside of Dallas. Or drive up to the damn terminal. Cleaned that motherfucker out, got my shit, ordered an Uber, and went the fuck on my business. That's what I was going to do. For real. That's what I was going to do. I said, nah, I don't want this shit to come back and bite me some way, somehow. You know? But, so I went on ahead and did it. Unfortunately, the shuttle that comes there to Stockdale, they was able to drop me off at the airport in San Antonio. You know? But when he told me that, I got to think. I thought to myself, yeah, and you want to know why I'm quitting? Motherfucker, y'all can't even give me a goddamn bus ticket home? You wonder why I'm quitting, but y'all had the audacity to put people on the bus to come out here? You'll put somebody on the bus to come out here and work for y'all, but you won't give them a bus ticket home? Man, fuck that. I'll never work for that damn company again. In no facet. I'm just telling you, me personally, I will never work for them again. Never. Never in my life. Never. They better not call my goddamn phone trying to recruit me to come back. I'm going to cuss their ass out. Because the communication is fucked up. They have a lack of order. They don't take care of their shit. They just pass that bullshit off to the next person. The mechanics at the fucking shop, they don't know how something go wrong with it. They don't know what the fuck to do. They don't have the technology to do the shit. You have to go to a damn dealership to get the shit done. It's just, that's to me, this is me personally, that's the worst fucked up place I ever worked at in my life. Now I've only been doing this shit for almost a year. But I have never, the other two companies that I work with, oh my God. Man, I never went through that type of bullshit. Never. And no trucking company, period. I never had to deal with that bullshit that I was dealing with there. Never. Now, it may have evened out if I was pulling in 15, $12, $13, $14, $1,500 a week. It may have evened out. Cause that's what we do it for anyway. We do it for the paper. But I'm putting up with this bullshit, and I'm not getting paid like that because the bullshit that I'm putting up with is reflecting on me not getting paid like that. How y'all advertising? Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. I said, man, I'm going to take me a break. Fortunately, I'm in a position where I can take a break I'm going to take a break for these last couple weeks of December. And I get back on this shit in January, man. But I needed a break. I need a break, for real. Because that shit, oh, my God. I'm going to keep it G real with you, man. That shit was fucked up, man. For real. That shit was fucked up, man. And I did not appreciate that shit at all. And you know what's crazy, though? I'm not the only one who went through that shit. I was talking with a driver at the Stockdale yard. Like, now he had been there for 5 weeks. Now, this is the day that I had to go catch my flight. He been there for 5 weeks. he was like, man, I've been dealing with that same bullshit. And not only that, man, it's about 100, 200, 300 more drivers that'll be talking how I'm talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that shit, the way that they do their shit and the way that they have it so disorganized and so dysfunctional, and it's fucked up. Like, it really is. It's fucked up. You know, I'm not saying that they a bad company. I'm not saying that. I'm not telling you to not go work for them. No, and I'm not saying none of that. I'm just telling you my experience, and from in my opinion, that shit was fucked up, and I'll never go back. Never in my fucking life. I wouldn't even think about it. I'll probably shoot myself for thinking about going back. Straight up. That's just my personal viewpoint on that shit. You know, but I really wanted to get this video out because I know it's been some people commenting and, you know, trying to see, hey, man, you still out there? You still out, you know? No, I'm not out there, and I'm never going back. Now, you do what you want to do, but me, I'm not doing that shit. For real. So, that's pretty much it on that, man. Any other questions, concerns, comments, whatever, you know, put it in the comment section. Like the video, subscribe if you want to. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you rocking out with me for this whole 26, 27 minutes. I'm going to go and get out here. I got some shit I got to do, man. So, yeah, man. That's pretty much it. So, it's your boy DY right here, man. Peace.